Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of High School Game Day, Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, a very familiar studio, but we are here to bring you all the action that's going to be happening tonight around the area. Richard, Thrift, got Game Day virtual this week. We didn't have Game Day last week. Actually, yes, we did. You and Mike Frost did Game Day last week. The week before that was at Smith Station. Yeah. But next week it will be live at Calvary on location at an event that they are hosting, so can't wait for that. But we are excited to get you started here on this Friday night. And we're going to have, hopefully, Rex Castillo joining us, Noah Shelton, Richard, and then hopefully Rick Beach, because we're going to be doing Carver Northside, Columbus, Jordan, and we are also doing
Russell County, Percy Julian.
I knew I was going to forget it, but thank you, Big Rich. Presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet, GMC, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union. Last night, 2 games happened. One being Shaw-Hardaway. And how about the Raiders, Richard?
Oh, yeah.
32-14 and the dominant win and back to the way we thought the Raiders were going to play all year this year. It's a big win for them.
Yeah, they definitely needed this one. This was a game where Shaw had to win, and they were just dominant at Kinnett Stadium. And so, they got a tough one next week. They got to play Sumter County in Americus. But this is region play starting for Shaw now. They're 1-0 in the region. That is the key. That the new season starts for Shaw, and if they want to be a playoff team, it starts now. And what a big region win going up against their crosstown rival.
Yep, and that's a great point. So good win for Shaw as they go to now 1-3 on the season, and they still have playoff aspirations as far as Hardaway. This is a rebuild year for Coach Will Weldon and team. All right, now let's talk about the game I was at, which is Spencer hosting Manchester, and it was 7-0. Dre McGee and Darius Favors, they were about to run all over Spencer. Spencer could not connect at all. It seemed like Elijah Fudge and the receivers were just off the mark. receivers were dropping passes left and right, and then something just flipped like this, Rich. And then we saw a team in Spencer that started playing elite offense. And you know where all the success came from? Running the football. CJ Starr, the linebacker, even got in on the act with a rushing touchdown.
I love it.
We had Fletcher getting in on the act with a couple rushes. Claude Ballard fudged in, was also able to be efficient as he could be. There were a ton of drops, but he was a pinpoint and accurate. And their defense did not let Manchester cross midfield for the rest of the game. 29-7. Great win for the Spencer Greenways. It was 29-7, Richard. Actually, one of the touchdowns got called back. So the 29-7 was the final score. Good win for Spencer. And now they go to 1-3, and they have everything in front of them.
Yeah, great win by Spencer. And this is definitely what they needed to get back on track, playing a very good Manchester team that's a championship-level team, and getting that win in front of the home crowd on a Thursday night at Otis Spencer Stadium. And now Spencer, 1-1 in region play. They've got everything in front of them. They have a bye next week, and then they play Kendrick, and then they'll go through the heart of their schedule, having to play Sumter County. They'll end up playing Shaw, Hardaway. I mean, so they got everything in front of them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they do. So great win by Spencer and Shaw, and both them have big games coming up, including in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no question.
Spencer takes Jordan on next week, but in 2 weeks, Spencer goes against Kendrick, and Columbus and Shaw go against each other. So those 2 games are going to be for playoffs, and we're going to have them both on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I love it.
2 weeks. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get Rick Beach on right now, who is live from Memorial Stadium. Rick Beach, can you believe it? You're calling Columbus and Jordan, man.
Yeah. We're down there at Memorial. Don't get down there too often. You know, the stadium don't get the usage it used to. But it's a historical mark. This is the oldest rivalry in Columbus, so it's fitting that it's being played here at Memorial and A.J. McClung. But it's 2 coaching teams kind of on different paths, obviously. You know, we know about Jordan and their shortcomings here the last few years. How about Coach Peters on the other side? Red hot start for the Blue Devils. They're looking to keep that going on their homecoming. But Jordan, you know, this is one of those rivalry games. You never know what can happen. So for Jordan, that's what they're looking for tonight.
Yeah. Rick, that was also for Columbus High. They look like a team that could actually make the playoffs this year, as you made mention, and I'm excited to see them go to 3-0. And if they do win, they will have a legitimate chance to maybe make the playoffs this year, which I said between them or Kendrick. Rick, I know you got to get ready to get hyped up this game. In our area. You're going to have a legitimate chance to win this game, man.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. I'm breaking up a little bit. But, hey, it's the excitement level. And we're just, you know, here with Mike. We're both alum from Jordan, obviously. We're not going to beat around the bush on that. But, you know, it's exciting to see the program go into this. But for Columbus, man, you mentioned it. Make the playoffs, win tonight, sets it up with their schedule for the rest of the year. Looking really good. Try to get a possible higher seeding. And for Columbus, that'd be great. You know, the years that they've kind of had some down years of late in football, well, this would be huge for them this year.
Watch him and Mike Frost tonight, Memorial Stadium, 7 p.m. Thank you, brother. Love you.
I appreciate you.
That's Rick Beach, and cannot wait for Columbus and Jordan tonight. Should be a lot of fun. One of the oldest rivalries we have in our area. All right, from there, let's bring him on. He's a ball full of energy. He's my guy. He's Mr. Man. It's Rex Castillo.
What up, Joe?
Rex. All right, let's hype it up. You were there last week. Russell County, you know how it is. They're different right now. Dylan Griggs has got that place booming. What are your expectations for the Warriors tonight?
Well, I think for the Warriors, it's a matter of can you keep the good times rolling. Bryson Riggins and that wide receiver core, if they can get on the same page, I think one of the best offenses we have in our area. That was just the problem last week. Bryson was throwing to his wide receivers. Everywhere was either just a little too far, some tip passes. And it was just a matter of, look, okay, you have days like this, bad days at the office, right? It's not going to click right now. But that defense showed up in a massive way. Got the sacks, the strip sack fumble, and a fumble return for a touchdown. I'm surprised that Thrift still has his voice now. But it was an electric atmosphere down there in Seal, Alabama. It's a wonderful and the thing, too, is Russell County isn't this hidden gem. It's no one's gotcha game anymore. They are a team you have to prepare for, you have to compete with, and you have to contend with. Because the Warriors aren't satisfied. They're still hungry to put this team on the map. So I'm really excited to see what they can do against Percy Julian.
Rex, Russell County 3-0. They actually got some votes in the Alabama Sports Writers Association to be in the top 10 for the 6A, which is huge because look at all the 6A schools in Alabama who are championship contenders like Saraland, Clay, Chalkville. What is going to mean for Russell County to start 4-0 with just everything in front of them? They still got to play Pike Road. They still got to play Stanhope Elmore. How big would that be if Russell County can come out the gate and get a big win during their homecoming?
I think it would be absolutely massive for Russell County, but if you talk to Dylan Griggs, it'd be like, all right, that's another day at the office. That's cool to do. That's a checkpoint we got. That's not what the goal is. The goal for this season was not to beat Percy Julian. The goal for this season was not to go 4-0. The goal for this season was not to get through September undefeated. The goal for this season is to make noise later in the calendar year. To make noise in the playoffs, to make noise in the state championship game. I think it's imperative to smell the roses for a little bit, but if you stop for the pit stop for too long, you're going to miss the entire point down the line. And I think that's where Coach Griggs and this team is at. Great, we're here. We've been working at this. We used to be a pit stop on the way for other schools. Now this is a destination. Now this is a contender. Now here's the other part. You got to prove it. You're going to take everybody's best shot now. Can you be the real thing? Can you be the real deal? Because those missteps on offense are going to turn into massive problems later on in the season when teams don't give you those mistakes. But I have a lot of belief in what Russell County can do. There's a lot of good momentum, but momentum can stop just like that with mistakes here and there. So I want Russell County to tighten this up. I think it would be a massive win to go 4-0, but there's a lot of season left, y'all. So Russell County has their eyes on the prize, and that's further down the line.
Rex, love you. Have fun. We'll talk to you later, man.
Take care, boys.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live High School Game Day here on this Friday night. And let's head over to Kinnett Stadium, where Noah Shelton is joining us right now. And Noah, you got a massive one here. Carver and Northside. This should be a lot of fun. You're going to see the top team in our area. What are you looking forward to with this one?
I'm looking forward to seeing those beasts on defense for Carver. That athletically, probably the best team in the area. It's very, very impressive.
He might have some technical difficulties with the internet connection there at Kinnett Stadium. We'll go ahead and we'll take him off screen, and hopefully we'll get him back pretty soon.
What are you looking forward to, Rich?
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to just Northside, a 4A school, trying to prove that they belong. We know how great Carver has been. There he is.
Noah, go back to what you were saying, man. Sorry, we finally got you back.
Probably the best in the area. Dominating Northside last year, 26-0. Has been nothing but the same really for Carver. How about the revenge they got last time out against Harris County? Just dominating the Tigers last time out 2 weeks ago. Carver off of rest. Northside off of a loss at Monroe last week. You got to like the spot for Carver. Now, Northside's not going to go down without a fight. I mean, they proved it last year, too. They're very physical as well. But Carver, Northside's going to have the work cut out for them. Let's just say that.
Well, Noah, good luck tonight. 7 o'clock kickoff. Countdown to kickoff with you, and have a lot of fun at Connect Stadium, man.
Absolutely, we'll do.
Carr versus Northside. We'll be listening to him coming up here in just a little bit, so cannot wait for that. Thank you again to Noah Shelton for joining us live on location. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll wrap up high school game day with picks here on Georgia, Alabama Sports and Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift, Barringer, Richard Holdridge, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Let's go ahead and make some picks, Richard. This is what everybody's tuning in for, the games of the area. Let's first start with the games we're not calling. Rich, throw them up. We got Kendrick and Sumter County. Where are you going?
This is tough for Kendrick. I know Kendrick.
It's at home, and this is at Otis Spencer.
It is at Otis Spencer. Sumter County is one of the top teams in 2A. I think that Sumter County wins, but Kendrick keeps it close with that running game with I think Williams, the running back, LeBoy Williams, who's just phenomenal. But Sumter County is just they're probably even better than that team last year. Sumter County in a close game.
They're not going to keep them off the field tonight. The Cherokees pull off the upset. Give me Kendrick taking down Sumter County, and then me and Coach Mayo are coming after you next week. Set it up. We're rumbling. I'm tired of you hating on Kendrick. Let's go, Cherokees.
It's
Let's
bulletin
go.
board material.
Let's go, Cherokees. Let's go.
All right.
Next.
I hope they prove me wrong.
I hope they do too, Rich. And I can't wait for you to eat a eat crow sandwich.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go next game coming up. We got Calvary on the road at Flint River. Battle of Undefeateds. Flint River, a team that won a state championship 2 years ago, played for a semifinal last year, was undefeated, have not lost a regular season game since 2022. With that said, I think the Knights will go up there and beat Flint River. Remember, they lost last year at home. They got completely bloodbath McGrath. Bloodbath McGrath, indeed. 42-0 in 2023.
Jeez.
Give me Brunson going into Flint River, pulling off the big-time win. And if they do this, I am starting to put Calvary in that contending status for 4A of the GIAA.
First of all, big shout out to the public address announcer of the Flint River Academy Wildcats, Joe Howard. We would love to be up there, but because of logistics and now we're calling more games, we cannot make the trip. But yeah, we love the fact that you give us updates, giving us score updates throughout the night. Hopefully we can get that score update that Calvary comes out on top. This is a different Calvary team than the one 2 years ago that lost 40-0. I think Calvary gets up there and gets a win. Just too much Braxton Wilkinson, too much Jamar Williams. Calvary's proven their first 3 games that they belong. And even though Flint River is a very talented team, I think Calvary ends up getting the win up in Woodbury.
All right, from Calvary to Flint River to next, Smith Station on the road at Carver Montgomery. Now, Carver Montgomery does not have legendary coach Bobby Carr. He's now at Prattville.
Yeah.
Carver does have a ton of athletes. Smith Station is going to need to keep the ball out of their hands. I think Smith Station has a chance to keep it close, but in the end, it may be tough. I'm going to go Carver Montgomery over Smith Station, but I am cheering for the Fighting Blair Harrisons of Smith Station.
Absolutely. I am cheering for Smith Station too. Carver Montgomery played Central close last year. Remember, this is a 7A school that combined Sidney Lanier, which was a very good 6A school, and Carver Montgomery, who was a 6A school. This has been a super team. They've got athletes everywhere. They know that, Montgomery has always had great athletes. They're playing in the Cramden Bowl down in the Gump. I would love to see Smith Station pull off the upset, but I think Carver Montgomery, just too much firepower.
All right. Next, Big Rich. We have Brookstone on the road at Southwest Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Academy, Rich, is
the runners-up in 2A
last year out of Damascus, Georgia. But I don't think this is a game that Brookstone is going to be coming off, which is a setup game. You come off beating the number one team. You're riding high. You overlook this 2A team in Southwest Georgia. They dominated them last year. Brookstone did 38-0. I think they win this one big again. I think Coach Ellie seems too focused right now. Give me Brookstone with the win.
Yeah, give me Brookstone in a big win over a good 2A team in the GIAA, but Brookstone is just playing on another level. Last week, a statement win against First Presbyterian Day, and they continue playing hard and playing just solid football, even though Dylan Terry's out with that injury. Hopefully he'll be back soon. But Broughton Branch, Samuel LeBoy, Meacham Kelly, just so much offensive firepower. And Brookstone ends up getting the win.
All right, from Brookstone Smith, Southwest Georgia. Next, Richard, we have Glenwood on the road at Childersburg. They dominated them last year. Childersburg 1-2 on the season. The Gators are 2-1. Give me Glenwood with the win, Richard. And I think they continue to go 2-0 in region play, and they'll take on Beulah next week.
Yeah, trying to get that graphic up. My computer is just running as slow as molasses there. Very big region contest, 2 hours away, by the way. You talk about this might be the farthest they travel this year, but that's okay because they're used to traveling 3 hours in the AISA. So I think that Glenwood ends up getting the win against Childersburg. We'll be probably watching this game or getting the radio broadcast from Childersburg Radio Network. We'll try to make sure that we're keeping tabs on this game. We're pulling for the Glenwood Gators to get a win over Childersburg. Remember, they beat Childersburg last year in the Swamp, and it was pretty convincing. So I think that this Glenwood team, they got a lot of firepower. I think they get the road win over Childersburg.
Next!
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
Now it's time to do the games that we're going to be broadcasting. I think Columbus dominates. They go undefeated, and they head into Carver next week 3-0. Give me Coach Peters' teams, and I think that this game will be over by halftime.
Remember last year, Columbus won this game 17-13. That was probably the closest game that Jordan had as far as almost getting a win in 5 years. But too much firepower. Columbus is rolling. Andrew Smith has been a playmaker. Michael Fox has just been all over the field making tackles. I love the fact they're playing this game at Memorial Stadium, the oldest rivalry in Columbus. They probably played at Memorial Stadium maybe the first time they ever met in the early 1900s. I mean, I don't know how old Memorial – it's been renovated and stuff, but it is fitting that you got Columbus and Jordan playing at Memorial Stadium. So I like Columbus in this one.
All right. From there, we go over to Kinnett Stadium, and we have Carver taking on Northside. Give me the Carver Tigers and a bloodbath McGrath for the fourth time this year to go to 4-0 over Northside.
Yeah, the question is, how many points is Carver going to score, and can Northside make it respectable? I don't think so. I think Carver is just the most dominant team that we have ever seen. I would rival this Carver team with the 2007 Carver team. I think that this Carver team could be the best all time. I know that's saying a lot.
Wow.
Record-wise and the way they have been dominating offensively. I know this is a hot take. You're going to have like Brinston Buckner and DJ Jones, Isaiah Crowell come at me with hate. What do you mean this is the best Carver team of all time? Hey, come on. I know Puma Pass is going to be giving me email. Are you kidding me? I was the best Carver. No. But statistically, this could be the best Carver team of all time. Like as far as breaking the scoring record and stuff, I think Carver rolls. Like I'm gonna guess they put it in the 50s and the 60s, and I don't think Northside scores. I think Carver dominates like they've done the last couple of years.
I think that is a great point. And finally, the last game that we have coming up tonight, Russell County Percy Julian. Let's bring on Mike Peacock.
Let's see. Yeah, we want to try to get him on. We had Mike Peacock on before making picks.
There we go.
There
Michael, how do you
Hey.
and seeing Bryson Riggins for the first time? This guy,
What's up, guys?
in touchdowns the last couple of years. He was sensational last week. He may be the best quarterback production-wise and stat-wise we have.
Oh, absolutely. He's gained a reputation. I got a good friend in Montgomery that I used to do high school games with on TV over there, and told him that I had this game tonight. I'll be doing a game with him tomorrow over in Montgomery, and I told him I had Russell County tonight. He said, "Dude, they've got a really good quarterback." And I said, "Yeah, I know. He's outstanding." But looking forward to this game tonight.
That's right, Mike. You are going to be on the call at Mitchell Corvette Stadium. It is homecoming for Russell County. I think that it's the defense that's really helping Russell County. But just talk about just that balance attack. You got Bryson Riggins, but they also got Lucas, the running back. It seems like Russell County has been running back high. You've had Drew Pickens out at Wake Forest, Kelston Tarver, who's now at Carver, Devin Brown, who was just a beast last year. We were on the call last year for that Russell County Follow game where he ran that kickoff return back. And now you have Chris Lucas. What makes Russell County so special where you have a quarterback in Bryson Riggins, but you also have the balanced run attack as well?
Well, I'm gonna give Coach Griggs a lot of credit for that. He seems to be able to keep kids at Russell County now, and he's got a lot of excitement built around that program. And for a long time, I think a lot of kids would leave down there because their football program just wasn't that successful. And now he's building something and has built something that's got a lot of excitement around that team, and the athletes are staying. They're not bolting for somewhere else for greener pastures because the pastures are pretty green right there around Seal. And I think he's doing a tremendous job, and I think that he's really got this thing, at least the foundation, maybe coming up from the foundation built. They're set up to have a pretty special year this year, and they've got the talent to go a long way with it. And I just, bring up last week's game and the defense, Richard. That last couple of minutes of the game, the hit and the interception and the return for the touchdown, that was as good a play as you'll see at any level, anywhere. And, last week and was watching that game when that happened, and I jumped up out of my seat at my house. I mean, that was just a great play, and you love to see kids have that. And they, that's one thing I love about Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're going to give them the opportunity to have the receipts on that for the rest of their life. They can use that story. Hey, remember when we beat Wetumpka that year? And you can go back to the video now. You got proof of it. You can tell your kids, look, I'm not lying. This is me. And I thought that was really cool.
His name's Mike Peacock. He'll be on the call tonight, 8 o'clock. Mike, thank you so much. You can watch it on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It'll be Mike Peacock and Rex Castillo. Mike, thank you, man.
See you. Hey, buddies. Hey, you and Richard. See you guys. Richard, see you at halftime, I guess, bro.
Will do.
And that's Mike Peacock. All right, so, Richard, let's make the call if we're going to get Mike off screen. And, Rich, where you going?
I'm going Russell County.
I think it's pretty obvious, right? Dominant performance. Russell County's going to blow them out. It's also homecoming. So good luck trying to go in the county and beating them. We've had a lot of fun. You're going to see that beautiful face right here on halftime for all three games. And then tomorrow, Rich, we're going to be live, pregame show 11:30, and we'll be live at 1 o'clock for Troup County Mary Persons on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're going to have Kevin Huckleberry from BTV. We're doing a kind of a partnership broadcast with them. Cannot wait. And I know you're excited about it. Yes, your old stomping grounds, Rich.
Yeah, I've worked up in LaGrange for 6 years. I've had Coach Tanner Glisson on my podcast as I tried to promote athletics up in Troup County. And you talk about a team. I started following Troup County when they had Teo Todd, and they went to the semifinals. And then in 2023, there was expectations for them to win a championship. Unfortunately, Teo Todd does get hurt, but they still make it to the second round of the playoffs. And, last year, because they were in a tough region, and LaGrange just had such a special year getting to the semifinals, and they ended up missing the playoffs, but it was just by the slimmest of margins. But Coach Tanner Glisson has got a team back, starting with their quarterback, Garrison Edwards, who is just a phenomenal athlete. He kind of reminds me of Teo Todd 2.0. And I think that Troup County is going to have a great game against Mary Persons. This is a big game even for the people in Mary Persons.
Maybe even bigger game if it's bigger.
No, because Forsyth, the radio broadcast crew from Forsyth that does the Mary Persons games, is going to be making their way.
And you're going to be on the broadcast with me, Richard. And then afterwards, if Troup County wins, we're going to get an interview with Tanner G. I can't wait.
Kind of a no-brainer.
Right?
We knew that was going to happen.
Thanks, Rich. Thank y'all so much for watching. It's high school game day. We'll see you tomorrow live at 11:30. Halftime, you'll see Rich. And then tonight at 11 o'clock on GIAA.tv, it's the GIAA Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.